Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review for Empire Season 4, Episode 6. How was everyone's day today? I had a good day. I'm still in my work dress because it's fall. And for those of y'all who do follow me on my IG page, Jay Lee's Corner, I'm like, it's fall time, so fall fashion. So I was all like in my little, fall dress and my little riding boots. So yeah, I'm still in my work clothes. So, and usually I don't wear my work clothes when y'all just throwing a shirt and some stuff, and I'm on here. But today was a good day. I hope all of you had a great day as well. Everyone is blessed and highly favored, home with your family, your friends, and y'all sitting up watching me. Thank you for being a subscriber or a viewer of Jay Lee's Corner. Now, this episode of Empire. Now, y'all know I be funny acting sometimes, and I have episodes of all the shows I review that I watch, where sometimes I'm just like, what's wrong with me? But yeah, sometimes I'm just like, I don't like that episode. Could have been better. This was a very well written episode. Shout out to Lee Daniels and his writers who did this particular episode. And particularly this season, I completely love it. I love how in one way they took the Lucius character away to show the fans what it would be like if he wasn't on the show. I, for one, was a person who was like, man, they should just get rid of Lucius, because sometimes he be getting on my nerve. And they did it a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And I missed Lucius, and I'm so happy he is back. So let's get into this episode, because the ending got me so hyped, I had to call my mama. Okay? And my mom doesn't watch Empire. She used to, but she doesn't anymore. She used to be busy. But I had to call her to be like, Ma, I just called to tell you that I loved you. It was so funny. But I'll, get into that at the end. So, we see a few things happen in the opening scene. We see Warren is in the booth singing his little song, singing his little ditty, the song that him and Jamal was singing. So he's laying out his vocals for, I guess, like a demo or whatnot. And, Jamal in there dancing around, dancing to his booth song. Dancing or whatever. So when Warren comes out the booth, he's like, you should do this, professionally. You should, you have a great voice. And he's like, nah, I'm an amateur. I'm gonna leave that to the professionals. I ain't trying to go through all that or whatnot. And so we see that thing, and then we see, Jamal having to leave to go to court. Next, we see Andre talking to a new therapist. I'm like, why do I keep getting new therapists? But, it is what it is. And he's talking about how he is dating someone, how he met someone new, how he can't stop thinking about her. He admits that she's a police officer named Pamela. And, he's just always, I can't stop thinking about her. I want to call her. I want to talk to her. I don't know if I'm going crazy. I don't know. And the doctor like, just calm down. You're all over the place. And then Andre said, you know what? I got to go to the court. I got to go. The doctor then said, okay, before I go, here's your new prescription. Get it filled before you go to court. Dre like, okay. So, Dre leaves. Next, we see Hakeem and Tiana and Cookie and Lucius at the house. And they're leaving to go to court. And Dwight, Lucius is like, y'all know that's a real whatever artiste. Don't mess it up. And then Cookie like, come on, we got to go. Let's go. So Lucius said something like, y'all look good. All right, let's go. But it was fully Lucius. It was Lucius. And then Hakeem was like, he sound like, and sound like it's him, he's back, And she's like, yeah, he's back. Let's just go. And he like, yeah, I'm back. And stop talking about me as if I'm not here. Then let's go. He back to being Lucius. So, I thought that was a great thing. So then we see they're all in courts. They're all walking in together. Lucius, Cookie, Hakeem, Tatiana, the two lawyers, including Thirsty, Andre, and Jamal. They're all going to court. It's a lion, and the lions going in. They're in the pack. They're going for war. And when they walk in, Cookie goes over to Angelo, like, look, me and your mom then squashed our issues. I think we should do the same. And he's like, oh, trying to call a truce? Well, I ain't my mama, so, I ain't about that life. And she's like, well, you sure is acting like a bitch. Because Angelo is acting like a bitch. Angelo is a typical quintessential person who can't deal with the fact that the woman he cared for didn't care for him that much. So this is the ultimate petty payback. And not only is he petty, but his mama petty. You know what I'm saying? And it's bad when one person petty. When your parent petty and your parent is vicious, it's a dangerous, dangerous thing. And we see that it was going on. So we then see the judge in this case basically knows Angelo mama. I would have been like, excuse me, your honor, you need to recuse yourself because how you bring up his mama in the beginning. You shouldn't have any kind of connection, any kind of nothing with anyone here. But that's also hard because Angelo's family is in that realm of things. So it's hard for you not to know of someone when you're in that legal field, in that political field. So, I get that too. So Angelo gives his opening statements basically. And all the judge said was like, like regards to your mom or something, as if she wasn't there. Maybe she was supposed to be there, but she's out of town. He like, yeah, she's out of town. She's here, there, or whatever. But in his opening statements, Angelo and his bitch assness is basically what it was. He's saying how, basically he was like Anika's an angel and Hakeem's the devil. How, Anika was raised with a good family. She went to good school. Hakeem parents is these gangster, these thugs who act like, they're music royalty, but they're really just thugs. And they're, drug dealers and all this other stuff. And, he goes into say how, basically called Hakeem a slut. He called, Hakeem promiscuous. But let's not forget, Anika slept with Hakeem, who was her ex-husband's or ex-fiance's son. She a slut too. She out here slutting and thotting and bopping just as much as Hakeem was out here thotting and bopping. So I'm be acting like she all an angel. So he's like, in the care of the Lions, she's gonna be either in jail, she's gonna be addicted to drugs, or she's gonna be dead. I'm thinking like, damn, she gonna die? Angelo just be going, he be going to the left. So we are then seeing each person up on the stand basically being questioned by either the prosecution or the defense. I'm not going person by person. I'm not going conversation by conversation. That's just too much. I'm going to give you the gist of what happened, basically. So, Anika and Hakeem were also on the stand. So we see how Anika's saying how, when she found out she was pregnant with Bella, she realized that Bella was everything that she wanted. I don't think that's really true. I don't remember that being a thing, you know what I'm saying? I remember her just wanting money and wanting to have a heir to the Lion throne from more money. It had nothing to do with wanting a baby. Come on now, Anika. She says how she didn't mean to sleep with Hakeem and that technically he was not her stepson when they slept together. Girl, bye. You was with his daddy for years. Y'all were engaged. That was like your stepson. You can't wait until you married to a person to say that's your stepchild. If you dating somebody daddy for 10 years, you that damn stepmama. Okay? She did admit how she was in jail briefly for murder, but then says, but it was self-defense, and then I got off of that, girl, whatever. You did. You might not have killed Lucius's brother, but you damn sure killed Lucius's son's wife. Okay? We're not going to act like your ass ain't kill Rhonda and kill Rhonda's baby. You a mother and a daughter killer. So, that's how that is. She then goes on to say how Hakeem, can't possibly be a good parent because he had good parents in his own life. Well, you had good parents in your own life, and you ended up dating Hakeem and his daddy. So don't act like you, girl. Ooh, was making me so mad. I was getting so like, how dare you? Okay, your upbringing don't have nothing to do with you as a person. Sometimes you can have a great upbringing or a horrible upbringing and still be a good person. Okay, the nerve of some people. So Hakeem just goes on to how he was saying how, he's a good father, how much baby Bella has changed him, how he's, he cares for her so much, how when Anika first had Bella, she just complained about how Bella cramped her style. She wasn't really trying to be involved in Bella's life. And, what else did he say? Oh, and that how he never abandoned Bella the way Anika basically had by going to jail. And the funny part is they giving their testimonies back and forth, because it wasn't like just Anika talking and then Hakeem talking. It was Anika saying one part, Hakeem saying one part. Anika saying, so it was a back and forth thing. And then between all of their interactions, you hear Cookie in the courtroom, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you made all kind of. She was making all kind of remarks under her breath. They're saying, all you wanted was Hakeem dick and Lucia's money. She didn't say dick though. Y'all know how I be sometimes. And then she also says how Anika looked like a hoe. And she does. And, the judge kind of is like, okay, Miss Lyon, you keep saying stuff, I'm going to hold you in contempt, so just hush it up. So, she hushed it on up. So, We then see different witnesses, basically, speaking on behalf of Bella, on behalf of either Hakeem or Anika. So we see how, like, both his brothers speak. Andre and Jamal both said how not Anika, damn it, Hakeem has changed since he's became a father. How he's very attentive to her, how much he loves her, and he's a good father. And then for Anika, you had like her father saying she won the Citizens Award in high school. She been out of high school a long ass time. Her being in high school, I was also on the debate team. That doesn't mean I can be a lawyer. Come on now, don't act like what you did in high. If you was, because a lot of people be nominated for stuff in high school and grow up and be crazy. I don't know what Charles Manson was nominated for in high school. What I do know is his ass killed a whole bunch of people. I don't know what Jeffrey Dahmer ass did in high school. What I do know is he ate some damn people. Don't act like, oh, I was nominated for best persons. What was OJ nominated for in high school? Didn't he win a Heisman? OJ was a Heisman Trophy winner. And we all know he killed Nicole and Ron Goldman. So please don't act like a person who had some award in high school can't grow up to be something different. You know what I'm saying? Let's not act like that. So yeah, and then she had a friend who's saying, we all want to grow up and be like Anika, but Anika ain't all that. Oh, I named my daughter after Anika. Who cares? We don't care. So that was the two conversations of, she was this in high school. We raised her right. It was just a whole different thing. I just went off. That was crazy. But I still feel like if she was raised so well, why is she in this situation? Why, if she was raised so well, why was she dating Lucius, this dangerous gangster? If she was raised so well, why did she sleep with his son and get pregnant? If she was raised so well, why did she kill a man and she was in jail? It wasn't self-defense. We all know it wasn't self-defense. Because, again, she didn't kill him. But anywho, then Tiana. Get on the stand. Lord Jesus, baby Tiana. And, she says how, a lot of girls come after Hakeem, but, the only girl who got his heart was baby Bella. She really changed him for the better. She made him a better man. He's a great father. He loves her. He changed his whole life for her. Man, Angelo, old monkey ass, started to go in on Tiana. He was asked her question after question after question. He was yelling at her. He was just very aggressive. And for me, I'm like, do the judge not hear the defense lawyer saying objection? And could like, he said objection. And she let him go and go and go and go and go. He like, I felt like he was treating her like a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? He treated her as a hostile witness, and she didn't even do nothing. She was literally sitting there answering his questions, and he started going in like, how many times did you and Hakeem have a threesome in that jacuzzi in the middle of the house? How many times did y'all do drugs? What kind of drugs was y'all doing? Was y'all popping Molly? Was y'all doing crack cocaine? Was y'all doing coke? Crack cocaine? Everybody know crack is whack. He goes from, what kind of drugs were y'all doing? Where was Bella when all this was happening? And he's just firing question after question. He's loud. He's yelling. He's literally in her face. She's shaking. She's crying, saying, what? We don't do drugs. We didn't do that. And he's just going and 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 going. And she's basically having a whole nervous breakdown. She's crying because he was basically badgering the witness. Finally, the judge is saying, Mr. Dubois, knocking her little gavel. And then she's like, that is a witness, not a punching bag. Because, again, Angela was mad at Cookie, okay? And he was taking all of his frustrations on her dumping his ass for Lucius on whoever he could. And it was clear and evident that's what he was doing to Tiana. And she's like, somebody come get this baby off the stand, because she was clearly distressed. And then she was like, be careful, Mr. Dubois. Your fangs are showing. Yes, because his ass is a vulture, okay? He's a vampire. He's sucking the blood out of everyone. And, Lord Jesus, it just made me kind of be like, whatever. So, she's like, court is in recess, I think like until tomorrow or whatever. And, they walk out the court, and Tiana walked up to Hakeem like, oh my God, I couldn't believe that. He was so harsh to me. So he was so hard on me. And she's going to hug him, and he kind of, you know what I'm saying? Push her away like, why did you do that? Why was you crying? You was crying like a punk instead of fighting back. I'm looking like, who you talking about? What you talking about? What you doing? He was literally upset with Tiana for not fighting back. But she not a fighter. She not a lion. She's not. And not only that, she She not about that life. Let's be honest. Tiana not about that life. She isn't. She is a girl. She's a petite, dainty woman. And it was this big, crazy man yelling in her face, and she just couldn't take it. And, you know, because some people aren't made to be witnesses in court trial. They can't take the heat of it, and she couldn't. And it wasn't that she purposely didn't defend Bella or purposely didn't defend Hakeem. It's the way that Angelo kind of surprised her with his line of questioning and how he questioned her that it made her frightened and she just couldn't get her thoughts together. It was really that simple. And, you know, he was like, you know, it's all your fault. I should have dropped your ass when you told him, when you snitched on me the cookie. And she looked like, you know what? You under a lot of stress. And your mind ain't right. So, when you get your mind together and you come looking for me, don't. And she walked off, bumped him. Yes, you deserve better. Because it's one thing to be like, you know what, I'm a little upset that you didn't fight for Bella and I could have lost her because of you. But we all in this situation because of your ass in the first place. I came. Well, not rip. Well. No, this is kind of Anika's fault. You know, this is the whole thing. So, yeah. The next thing that we see is a little scene. I'm going to cover this all in one. J Papa, who is Becky's ex-boyfriend, is back. I don't know why. I'm guessing they're going to try to have Becky more of a part of the story. And that was Becky's storyline before. It was more of her, well, that's her personal life or whatever. But he's back. Becky is not happy about it. Because, of course, as we find out, he broke up with her when she decided not to go with him when he left Empire and went elsewhere. And so now that he's back, and because she's head of A&R, she has to basically help him with his record. You know what I'm saying? Pick producers and stuff like that. So, you know, and we know that he didn't believe that she would ever get the position that she's in. Now, he didn't believe in her ass. And that's, let me stop. That's people's problems when they don't believe in people. Anywho, so, you know, there's this later on scene where they're in the studio. He's working on the track. Shine is producing it. And she come in like, you know, let's start from the beginning. And he goes to singing it, and she's like, hold up. It sounds just like your ass album, so, you know, you need to change it up a little bit. And he's like, what? You know, you don't want a hit? And she's like, well, no, we know you love God. We know you want a wholesome guy, friend, woman. You need to do something different. You know, you need to come with something different. And then he like, is you going to, like, let me do my thing, or you going to keep power tripping? She's like, Shine, you know, let me get the room. So Shine leave out, and she check his ass like, look, you're not going to undermine me in front of anybody, especially Shine. You're going to do what I said because I'm the boss, basically. And then he's accusing her basically of being jealous. And she like, jealous of what? Well, because I left and I toured the world and I made millions and you basically just stuck here. She like, stuck? Boy, bye. You know, you did whatever, but I stay here, got this position, and I run this bitch. I'm like, okay, Becky, you run the world. Who run the world? Becky do. And then he looking at her, he laughed, and she's like, what's funny? And he's like, I forgot how cute you was when you was mad. First of all, I ain't mad at you. I'm just upset with you. And second of all, don't try to come at me like that. And then he kissed her. And she's like, don't kiss me. But then she let him in. She let him have a taste. She gave him some of her juices. I'm like, y'all just gonna have sex right there on the studio board thing? Like, with Shine come in and y'all just ain't having sex? Like, y'all not gonna lock the door either? Okay, that's fine. So later on in the scene, in the episode, you know, we see them kind of meet back up again, and he's like, okay, I'm so happy we was able to, you know, like, hash things out. And she's like, oh, that's what you want to call it? Yeah, about that. I worked really hard to get my position here, and I don't want to mess it up for anything. So I think we're cool now, but, you know, nothing else is going to happen between us. And then he kind of was like, oh, okay. But he was, of course, he was upset because he didn't expect that. That's what you get for not believing in her and breaking up with her, you old jerk. So that was that whole scene, and now that's out the way. So then we have Cookie on the stand. Now, when Cookie's on the stand, I have to say Cookie gave a phenomenal performance. Go ahead to Taraji P. Henson. It was really, really great. Again, I'm not going to get in word by word of what she was saying. But her lawyer basically questioned her about, you know, her lawyer questioned her about what her job was and things like that. She said, you know, I'm a CEO or co-CEO of the company, but however, yes, I was in jail for 17 years. Judge, yes, I did make some mistakes in my life. I paid for the mistakes dearly. It was very hard on me. I had to raise my sons from prison. It was very difficult, especially for Hakeem because he was the youngest when I went to jail. So I had to raise them from prison. And she's like, now that I see him, he's such a great father. He's so loving. And I see him giving Bella the love that I wish I could have gave him. He's much, much more of a parent than I could have ever been, based on my circumstances, And then here come Angelo talking to her. Now, he's like, were you jealous of Anika because you came home? Your husband had basically left you for a younger woman. And she was like, no, whatever. I wasn't. It is what it is. He asked, like, if you've ever threatened Anika or, like, have you ever threatened her? Have you ever put your hands on her? Didn't you punch her and slap her one day? And she was like, me and Anika threatened each other. And yes, we got into a fight. It takes two to tango. And yes, when I was in prison, I did. Because he also brought up how she was violent in prison. And she's like, yes, I was in fights in prison. I was in prison for 17 years. I had to do what I had to do to survive. Of course. Angela get on my goddamn nerves. So, when he's like, well, what about y'all now? And she was like, me and Anika both grew up. We're fine now. And all of that happened before Bella got here. He then say, oh, so you just going to abuse baby Bella now? I'm like, nigga, what? I was just like, you know what? That just made me mad. She's like, I would never hurt Bella. Bella's my blood. I would do anything for Bella. And then she says, but your client must not have told you when I was the one who talked her off the ledge when she was pregnant with Bella and she was threatening to jump and kill herself. And the court was like, whoa. And of course, Anika looked shocked. What? You said it. It happened. You did it. And she's like, oh yeah. And then also when she, feared for her life, how she came to me and asked me if something happened to her to take care of Bella. Again, I guess she didn't tell you that either. So then he gets into, well, that's not what this is about. This is not what it's about. Isn't it true that you also pistol with me? Yes, Your Honor. And the court was like, what? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, you pistol with me. You had your goons come pistol with me and beat me up. I'm like, and in my head, I'm thinking, in what court system can the lawyer bring up that this witness had him beat up? I'm like, ain't that a conflict of interest? I mean, I was confused. I mean, I get how you can bring stuff up or what somebody did. I get that. But I'm like, this ain't about you at all. So she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. That is crazy. So Hakeem, like, leave my mom alone. This is your fault, Anika. And she's like, calm down, Hakeem. Don't let them get you all riled up. And then he like, you want to piss with me now? She's like, what you think? I'm like, no, that's when I forgot. The lawyer didn't tell him his fangs were showing when he was talking to Tiana. She told him his fangs were showing when he was talking to Cookie. That's what she said. Mr. Dwight, your fangs are showing, because he made it about him. What she said to him when he was talking to Tiana was, that's a witness, not a punching bag. That's what happened. My fault. Sorry. So yeah. So, court is again in recess because he done had this whole thing of this shit. He didn't get pistol whipped, whatever. So now they in the hallway and Lucia's like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Put me on the stand. You know what I'm saying? We got time for all that. Put me on the stand. I'm looking like, okay, coach, put me in type of situation. And everyone like, we don't know, Lucius. It's still new. You still getting back to yourself. Angelo has a lot of information. It might not be good for you in your memory. And he was like, y'all need to just trust me. Hakeem is your child. What you want to do? And he like, Dad, I trust you. So now we got Lucius on the stand. Baby, Lucius played this role to the T. Lucius played Dwight. Okay? Lucius now knows how he can turn it on and turn it off. How he can be a silent lamb, an angel, and just sheep fur and cotton. Just something soft and pure. And, in front of people. But behind closed doors, he's Lucius. And now he knows how to be both. How to not be so evil just all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, Lucius, okay. So when Angelo starts asking about why people fear him, people are scared of you, and when people go up against you, they either come up missing or dead. Objection. Sustained or overruled, whatever one means they went through. He's like, you know what? I don't know. He's like, what do you mean you don't? He's like, well, I was in an accident and I don't have a memory. Of course. Isn't that convenient? You don't have a memory. He's like, you know what? You're right. I guess people fear me because I used to be scary. Used to be. And he's like, yeah, I'm a different person now. Someone tried to blow me up. So I'm guessing I used to be a bad person. That's not who I am now. He was like, I must have been scary. But if you have issues with me that you want to discuss, I'm sure that we can get together after this trial and talk about it. Because I thought this was supposed to be about Bella. He's like, it is about Bella. And he's like, right, so, about Bella. Yeah, Bella, I remember Bella. She gave me all these new memories. I see how Hakeem loves on her. And he was just talking in this Dwight soft, demure voice. Nothing about him is scary at all. And seeing how Bella has given him all these new memories, how he loves her, how he sees his son with him, and as he's talking, Angelo is completely enamored. Like, this ain't Lucius. This ain't. He has nothing to say. He's like speechless. So Lucius is like, son, are you okay? And he's like, yeah. He's like, do you have any more questions that you need to ask me? He was like, no, I don't. And he walks away. Lucius played him because he wasn't ready for that part of Lucius. He thought he was going to get, he wasn't used to Dwight. He thought he was going to get Lucius. That's what I meant to say. So, they in the hallway again. They always in these hallway scenes. Hakeem pissed off. Hakeem like, you know what? You didn't say object that one time or nothing. You know what? You fired. He done fired his lawyer. They like, come on now. You can't be fired. He like, look, it's my child. I'm going to fight for my child. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to represent myself. I don't care. Nobody say that's what I'm going to do. I'm like, oh, Lord, this why he going to do that. You just can't. I said, it is what it is. So he gets back in the court, and the judge is saying to him, I don't think this is a wise decision, Mr. Lyon, but it's up to you. I'm thirsty. I'm sorry. So, he's like, but she says, I don't think this is smart, but it's your decision. So, he calls Anika to the stand. So, when Anika gets to the stand, he just starts asking her questions. What's Bella's bedtime? What's her favorite color? What's her favorite book? What food makes her tummy ache? Questions a parent is supposed to know about their child. She didn't know nothing. And the one book that she did say, he like, no, that book scare her. And she's like, well, I just got back, Hakeem. I don't know her. What did you do? He's like, I know. And I tried to have you get to know her. My door was always open. I tried to have you spend, share moments with her so that you can get to know her just as well as I did. But you are here now trying to take her away from me, and you don't even know her. I would have never, took you out of her life. Which is true, because when Anika first came home, he was trying to include her in things, and she just wanted to be fully there without knowing Bella. He was trying to show her, look, you gotta get to know her first. She don't know you, okay? And she wasn't thinking about that. And when he says, because the court is, of course, in shock because she don't know shit, and he just ends up by saying, I rest my case. She don't know the baby. Then they know how they think, okay, they won because I came in a really, really great case. And you would have thought that would have been the end of it. But nope. We see Mrs. Dubois walk her ass in. I'm looking like, oh, shit. What is Diane doing there? What is Diana? Is it Diana or Diana? Diana. What is Diana doing there? And she come in smiling. Now, you would think Hakeem would have said, you know what, Ma, Dad, let me tell y'all something real quick. Let me let you know something. You could have told them then, I've been hanging out with her because she kidnapped Bella, and she told me that she would not give me Bella back unless I did these weekly visits with her. Nope, that ain't what Hakeem do. Hakeem lies and then still says, oh no, I don't know her. She don't know me. We fine. So they get in there, because he like, does she know anything? We good, right? And he like, yeah, we fine. Lying to your mama. So Angela, of course, called his mom to the witness stand. I'm like, okay, whatever. So Thrifty like, is there anything you want to tell me? And he like, no. He's still lying. And Mrs. Dubois get up on the stand, and she say, I know, Hakeem, we've been hanging out every Tuesday for the past 5 months, or 3 months, or whatever long it's been. And I have video of the conversations. What? You got video? What? Yes, she had video. Of course, Hakeem was just like, you have to have my permission to record me. And they're like, nope, in New York, the law in New York is only one person has to be aware of being recorded. You only need consent of one person, meaning you don't have to have consent of both people. Only one person has to consent. And of course, her ass consented to the tape. So on the tape, Hakeem is seen saying, my dad is a monster, so people, hate us because of that, so people always coming after us. You know, my one brother Jamal is always popping pills. My other brother Dre is crazy, but he can't help it because he's bipolar. And then she says it's a third tape, but that one it says how he thinks he wishes his mother was back in jail. Hakeem was snitching on his family to the enemy. And my thing was, we kept wondering what they were doing hanging out. We never saw him going over. We just knew that he was going. It's one thing to have to be in the presence of an enemy to get your child back. It's a completely different situation to be talking shit about your own family to a known enemy. I can sit in your presence if I have to for my child. Okay, we can sit in dead ass silence. And if we gonna talk, it would not be about my family. Hakeem was sitting up, he looked comfortable. He laying on the floor. He got his legs out. He was comfortable over there. And just talking. And I'm pretty sure that in the beginning he wasn't as open. But coming after so long, he stupidly, because he's the youngest lion and he's a fucking idiot, he kind of got too comfortable and just said things here and there, which is still stupid. I don't care what company I'm in. You would never, ever in your life hear me talk anything negatively about my family. Point blank, period. Now, in private, when we argue, I might go in, but you're not going to hear anything from me. That ain't what you do at all. So, of course, you know, everyone's pissed. So, you know, Cookie like, she played you against your own family. You was talking to you talked against your family to the enemy. I can't believe you did that, boy. You stupid. He had, she had Bella. I didn't mean to do it. And she like, but you could have told us ahead of time, and we could have caught this. Because they could have. If they knew that was happening, they would have knew they were coming after them. But Hakeem, dumbass, kept it a secret. And, of course, Dre is pissed. Of course, Jamal is pissed. You know, Lucius is even upset, but he's not voicing his upsetness at him. Cookie kind of walks away. You know, they then like, you know, the judge has rendered the decision. Lucius like, get your ass up, boy, because he pissed at the son, because the son did something fucking stupid. So of course, a nigga got custody. That's not surprising. So now everyone's devastated. You know, you see Mr. Dubois smiling, but because of the things that Hakeem said on the tape, she got full custody. Of course, Cookie and Diana end up in the bathroom together in the courthouse. And Cookie like, you know, you filthy, treacherous bitch. Same thing I would have said. You know, you set my son up to lose his child. You know, what kind of animal are you? She gonna be a dead animal. That's what she gonna be. Because I'm gonna rip your ass to shreds. And I hate to say that about Claire Huxtable. Y'all know I love Claire Huxtable. Y'all know I love me some Felicia Rashad. And even her sister Debbie Allen. But damn it, Diana Dubois, I hate your ass, okay? So, you know, she said, oh, you can dish it, but you can't take it. I'm like, okay, Mr. But I love her to death, Lord Jesus. All I want is you and your disgusting family out my life. She's like, well, you know what? You might get that sooner than later. And then she walks away. I'm like, Mrs. Dubois' ass is sassy and classy, but she's a treacherous bitch. Yes, she is. So, the next thing we see is the Dubois family all at dinner. And not only is the Dubois family at dinner, guess who also there? Anika's monkey ass. Yes, they have welcomed her into the Dubois household of fuckery. And, you know, they like, you know, welcome to a class of whatever that you deserve to be. I don't know, something about welcome to the class of their family. And, you know, Anika's happy to be there. I need Anika to, like, I need her to... I don't know yet. Maybe I'll do that next episode. But, you know, then, you know, Mr. Watson, okay, we didn't got, you know, that line out the way. You know, next in line, you know, Warren, are you ready to finish your part of the plan? And Angelo asked, because he all high and mighty, because he didn't, you know, did his part of it. I don't think you're ready, Ma. Is you ready, Warren? And Warren like, I'm ready, it's fine. So we thinking that's it. No, but someone else comes to the table. I'm like, who else comes to the table? Who else do they have? Andre's new therapist is within the family tree. He's in with the Dubois. And he's like, yeah, I saw my new client today, and I upped his medication. So he done upped Dre's medication, which is going to cause him to have different kind of fits and all this foolishness. I'm like, bitch, that is just sadistic. Oh, Jesus. So, from there, we see Anika come get baby Bella. You know, Hakeem is singing to her, knock on the door. It's the, you know, the police people, the child protective services, whoever, and Anika. Hakeem gives her over, and he's giving her like advice on, this is her bedtime, this is what she likes to do, this is what scares her, giving her all these pointers. I would have told that bitch, figure it out. But you know what? You can't, because it's your baby. And you don't want to put your baby through any extra stress. She already going to be stressed because she was strangers. That's going to be the first thing. But she might not be as stressed because the nigga asked with the Dubois family, and the baby know Mrs. Dubois. Oh, bitch. Oh, that was bad. Sorry. So Hakeem, of course, lets her go, close the door. He sit down, he crying, he's sad. But I feel like Hakeem made this bed simply because even when Mr. Dubois said, I need you to come to me every Tuesday, you should have immediately told your mama and them, because they would have absolutely told you, don't you tell the people nothing about us. And if you do say something about us, this is what you say. You always speak well of us. You never go to an enemy and speak down on anyone in your family, even if you pissed off at them. You can't vent to your enemies about your enemies. No, you can't vent to your family's enemies about your family because you pissed at your family. That's just stupid, okay? But yeah, he made his bed, he had a lie in it. So, the last scene. Cookie and Lucius get home. And of course, Cookie like, I can't believe this. I can't believe we lost the baby. We got to get her back, but I can't sit through another court case. And he like, you know what? Me either. I'm so tired of sitting through court cases. I ain't gonna never want to sit through. I'm not going to ever want to sit through another one where people have the power to make decisions on my babies. He then goes sit down, and she's like, I really hope you back because I need you. And then Lucius says, when Lucius said this, it literally gave me chills. Literally, he was like, I'm back, and I want blood. I want blood to spill. I want blood to pour out like the ocean. Like the river. I want blood to pour out like the river. I said, Lucius. It literally made the hairs on my arms stand up. It was like, oh my God, Lucius, that was so sadistic but beautiful at the same time. Then he was like, what I'm saying? This ain't gonna stop me. Tapped his leg. He said it just like, I'm back and I want blood. I want blood to spill. I want blood to pour like a river. And he just said it with just such, it just oozed with, and you can believe that, you can trust me on that. I'm like, okay, Lucius, kill them all dead. And then, of course, the episode goes off. I'm just, I can't, congrats to Lee Daniel. I just feel like the writing in this episode was perfect. It was a perfect way to have it play out. Each character played their role wonderfully. As much as we hate the, Diana Dubois' character, she played it good. As much as we was mad at Lucius before, miss Lucius when he was gone, he was Dwight. It was wonderful to have Lucius back. Cookie on the stand playing that role of being a mother who remembers being in prison and missing her children, and she's crying on the stand. It was just all beauty. And I was totally here for it. So, put your comments below to let me know how you like the episode as well. I will see you guys next time. I'm about to do, I think I'm doing Black Ink Crew tonight, Queen Sugar tonight, and then I'll do Star tomorrow. So, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.